Alright guys, today we're talking WWE 2K15 as both Yard and Wes tried out the game yesterday, and they revealed that this year's game sees each superstar have a list of skill sets that allow them to perform certain types of moves in some Superstar Specific OMG Moments. Now before I get into it, I've put a link in the description to both of their channels so you can check out their videos which go into more detail and cover which superstars have which skill sets, so make sure to check those out. So here is the list of all the currently known skill sets that are included in the current build of the game. We'll have the Apron DDT, which is the same as last year, Barricade Breaker, which sees the spear through the barricade, Catch Finisher, which also includes Catapult Finishers, Comeback, so not everyone will have a comeback this year, Double Finisher, so if you have a move that can be used as a double finisher, such as Ryback's Shell Shock, Cena's Attitude Adjustment, or Kane's Chokeslam, that'll come in for a double finisher. We'll have the Elimination Chamber Daredevil, so in the Elimination Chamber match, if you have this skill set, you can climb the pod and then do an aerial move off it. Escape Artist, and this allows you to escape the Hell in a Cell by doing a move through the cell, so previously anyone could do that, but this time it's going to be stuck with this skill set, so maybe if two players are having a Hell in a Cell match and they don't have the skill set, then they won't be able to get out the Hell in a Cell, unless there's a second way you can get out using the door. Next is Fired Up, which allows you to store up to 3 finishers, so again this was available to everyone last year and in the past couple of years, but this time as long as you have the skill set you can do it, but if you don't then you're only going to have 1 finisher. We also have the Hammer Throw, which allows you to perform a strong Irish whip into the turnbuckle or over the top rope. Ladder Finisher, which again last year was available to everyone, but this time it's only available to people with this skill set. Leverage Pin, so if you're next to the ropes and you go for a pin, you can use the ropes to your advantage and try and gain a pinfall. And we also have some OMG moments, starting out with the King of Swing, which is specific to Cesaro, and that says the Cesaro Swing featuring 8 rotations, but you can only do it with 1 finisher and at least 50% stamina. Following that is the OMG Outside Superplex, so that's something else that returns from the last couple of years, but this time with the stamina system it'll be interesting to see how it plays, because if you're low on stamina and you perform it, and both players are, then maybe they won't get back in the ring in time, so it could actually end the match on a count out if one person can't make it back to the ring or both of them are stuck on the outside. Another new OMG moment is the Ring Apron Suplex, again specific to Cesaro, and this requires 1 finisher and again at least 50% stamina, and that says you suplex someone into the ring using the ropes for leverage from the outside on the apron. The next new OMG moment is something that everyone's been talking about and speculating whether we'll see it or not, and that is Roman Reigns' Super Dropkick, so that sees Roman lay someone on the bottom rope, exit the ring and then perform the dropkick landing on the apron on the outside. Next comes Outside Diver, which allows you to perform moves from the ring to the outside. Then we've got Pod People, which is the spear through the pod in the Elimination Chamber. Remove the Turnbuckle, which allows you to do just that. The Ring Post Big Boot, which is something that came in last year. The Rumble Finisher, so not everyone will have a Royal Rumble finisher this year. That's going to be specific to people with this skill set. Second Finisher, so not everyone will have 2 finishers this year, which is kind of realistic because not everyone does have 2 finishers. Show Off, which allows you to perform 4 different taunts in the ring, so maybe not everyone will have the option to perform taunts, or maybe you'll just have 1. There's also Springboard Diver, which allows you to perform springboard moves, and the Steel Cage Superplex, which sounds awesome, but it is just animation from last year. So if you're in a cage match and you go at the bottom left turnbuckle and perform a grapple move, that'll perform a superplex which then sees the cage door open and starts the crawling animation so you can try and escape the cage. Last year's Undertaker specific OMG moment, the Suicide Dive, is also in there, so that features 2 different animations, one which goes over the top rope just like the Undertaker, and a second one which goes through the ropes, so maybe that's depending on the stamina or you can just choose the one that you want to use. There's also Through the Announce Table, so if you have this one you can still do moves through the announce table and put them through it, but it is an OMG moment, you can't just climb it and do a regular move through the announce table. And finally there's Top Rope Diver, which allows you to climb the turnbuckle and then do a move off the top of it, because not everyone in 2K15 will have that ability. It'll only be people with this skill set, so the likes of super heavyweights, they won't have it, but your high flying people like Rey Mysterio will. So that's the list of all the skill sets known so far, including some new OMG moments with the King of Swing, Ring Apron Suplex and the Super Dropkick, but hopefully we'll see more added in newer builds. As for my thoughts on it, I think it's much more realistic and it should make certain moments that used to happen all the time a lot more rare, so they don't become just another move, but at the same time it is kind of limiting when you see that some people won't have the ability to have multiple finishers or even store up to 3 finishers. The saving grace though is that we should be able to edit these skill sets and create a moveset to give those superstars and divas the option for more finishers, and hopefully it means we can set Superstar Specific OMG Moments to be available for others in the same way. So you could edit Cena's moveset and give him the ring apron suplex, outside diver, or another skill set that he's currently missing. So let me know what you think of these skill sets in the comments and any others that you think we might see in the final version of the game, and make sure to check out Wes and Yard's channels using the links in the video description. Until next time, I'll catch you later.